We sing Spirit of God. Spirit of God, come like a flood. Open the heavens on us. We want to know you, Lord. We want to know you. Show us who you are. We want to know you, Jesus. We sing, make your presence known. Make your presence known. Make your presence known. Oh, here today. Make your presence known. Holy One. We ask for the sincere heart this morning. Make your presence known. Oh, Jesus. Make your presence known. Make your presence known. Holy One. Holy One. We sing Spirit. Spirit of God, come like a flood. Open the heavens on us. We want to know you. We want to know you. Oh, sing that again, Spirit. Spirit of God, come like a flood. Open the heavens on us. We want to know you. We want to know you. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Oh, sing it again. You are welcome here. Lift your voice. You are welcome here. You are Lord. Sing it one more time. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are Lord. You are welcome. Holy One. Jesus, you are welcome. You are welcome. Oh, Spirit of God, you're welcome here this morning. You're welcome here this morning. Oh, Holy Spirit, we invite you here this morning. Lord gave me a word last night. I was up at 12 o'clock this morning just praying, just really just asking, speaking to the Lord, just pouring just my heart out to him. And he took me to Matthew 14. Many of us, we know the passage of when Jesus feeds the 5,000 and Peter walking on the water, and when you go on to chapter 15, Jesus feeds 4,000. But in those three passages right there, the Lord just kind of showed me where oftentimes us as believers, and even if you're here and you may be lost this morning, I believe this word is for you. We tend to be in control. Like we want things our way. When we make our budget or when we make a list of something, we stick to that. And when in this life, in this walk with Christ, Jesus needs to be in the driver's seat. But oftentimes we put him in the passenger seat because we have our own GPS when we're driving. And so the Lord just showed me, when Jesus fed the 5,000, many of us have heard the story, but they only had 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. And the disciple was like, man, Lord, you need to send these people home. Like, we don't have enough food to feed them. He said, no, you feed them. And so they just had the little that they had. And oftentimes Jesus does not want our opinion. He just wants our willingness. He doesn't want what we think is best for us in the moment, but he wants us to let go of complete control. And so we know how that story plays out. And then when I got to just reading some more, when the disciples just finished and Jesus wanted to go be with himself for a while, so they got out on the water, and the storm just comes up, it's raging, and they look out on the water and they see, they thought he was a ghost. He said, "Be not afraid, it is I." And Peter, watch this, we know the story. Peter said, "Lord, if it's you, command me to step out of the boat." And you watch the other disciples, they were too stuck in their opinion to take a chance to step out on the water. But Peter was willing. He was willing. He said, "Lord, command me. Tell me." In that moment, he relinquished his control. And we know how that story plays out. He took his eye, the wind was blowing strong, and he began to sink. I don't want you to focus on that. I want you to focus on he was the only one that stepped out. He was willing to let go. And Paul tells us, he said, if we fix our eyes on the perfecter of our faith, we're surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. If we just fix up our eyes, if we put Jesus in his rightful place where he belongs, Jesus, take the wheel, be the driver in this walk, Lord. Command me to step out. And church, I'm going to tell you, it may look good with us up here singing, smiling, doing worship. You may think we have it put together. We don't. We go through life just like you do. But you're not walking alone. These songs we sing is the truth that we know. And I was telling the team, sometimes we have to command ourselves, not based on what I feel, but what I know. And I know that he is God. I know that he is King. I know that he is Lord. So Jesus, command me to step out on the water, God. I'll forsake everything, even though I don't have people following me, God. I'll fix my eyes on the perfecter of my faith. I'll lean out of my own understanding, but in all of my ways, Lord God, I'll fight to acknowledge you, Jesus. I'll pursue what Paul said, that perfect work of the cross. Not that I have attained it, but I strive, I press. Church, I want to encourage you to persevere. Paul says perseverance builds character. Jesus said if we can't suffer with you, we can't reign. Don't be afraid to step out on the water. Just fix our eyes. Can we just lift our hands? I feel that he is in the room, and that's for someone this morning. Just take a moment and let that word just move and settle in your heart. Jesus, we want to step out on the boat. We want to step on the water, God. We'll forsake what we know. We'll let go of our opinions, God. We'll relinquish our control. And Jesus, we want you to take the wheel, God. Command us, Lord. God, we thank you for your presence that's here. Make your presence known like we were singing, Lord. Oh, Holy One, make your presence known. And as you make your presence known, God, let your glory fall. Oh, how marvelous, how wonderful is your love, God. God, we're so undone. I see Isaiah in chapter 6 where he says, who am I, Lord? Oh, wretched man I am undone before your presence, God. Bring your fire to purify us this morning, Jesus. Help us not to leave the same way we came through those doors this morning, Lord God. we step out on holy water today, Lord. 'Cause you are welcome here. You are welcome here. Yes, you are. You are welcome here. Holy One. Just sing it one more time and He's welcome. You are welcome here. You are welcome, oh Holy One. You are welcome here, Holy One. If you agree with me, can we just give God praise if you receive that word this morning? We love you, Lord God. Before you take your seat, why don't you shake your neighbor's hand, give him a hug, encourage him, tell him it's good to see him this morning.